After some research, I was debating inside myself what to get to try, and I found this car caught my eye because it's SUV. It's made of good materials, like authentic materials, not plastic. It has some kind of style, history, and some cool features that kinda made me guess what it would look like and feel like to rent a Bentley for a day. And it's a luxury for the day, this is what I see. Not really practical, however, you have front massage seats, of course Apple CarPlay and good materials, but you don't have that the center console that can be switched to arrow-based odometers and hours watch, and it kind of gives you better connection with car as a car, not as just computer that kind of helps you control the car, but you engage and you feel it. The gear selector is pretty normal, but feels like a little bit outdated, to be honest. Main controls also available here: sound, switching music, hitting your steering wheel, and the horn is pretty nice. Yeah, it doesn't work if the car is not on. The back seats, not bad, roomy. You can sit there, but they already come without massage, so you also don't have curtains like you may be getting in the sedan version. And the trunk, I didn't check it out yet, how roomy that it could be, but it's pretty nice. I can fit myself in there. Bend my knees and lay down and look at me inside the trunk. And also, if I want to get out, I can lower the vehicle. The vehicle lowers for about 3 inches, I think. I'm not sure when it's going to be really necessary, but it's a cool feature. Some off. Obviously, if you're gonna open the trunk here, you're not gonna find much but wasted space. I think this is things, I was wondering who did that, but it looks so nice and secured. I think that's the pump, and that's also part of the jack. If you will ever decide to change the tire, change the wheel on your vehicle. And let me see what we have under. No fifth wheel, as I understood. I'll check later, but we can close the trunk, hold the boot, and look at the space from the passenger seat. It has massage control, and again, it's 2022, so I'm not sure what the options are, but this is how it feels inside of it. Oh, the cool thing that I found out about that you can open the glass roof, but keep the shade closed. That's a cool feature because sometimes you wanna feel like you have driving convertible, but indeed it's not. So having a little bit of shade helps, especially when you're driving on the highway and you wanna open roof, but not open the door glass. Lucky dollar. That space nice here. My wife utilizes putting her phone here. These things are extendable. You can store some things, not much. The heating pad. That's pretty much it. Nice options, but the sound. Nime did phenomenal job of this vehicle. That's the number one reason why I would, get in this car. is because the sound and sound insulation is pretty cool. But the car itself, a little bit heavier, more like feels like for people who just, like a drive something then, different to Cadillac or suburban luxury. So this is British luxury, and it's a good family SUV. But I met someone today in the parking lot with similar car, and they told me that they can get something better and not paying, like, for example, this car would be new for like a 350, but after 2 years it will lose the value for almost 50% and be sold at, like, I don't know, like 150, 160. It depends on the miles and conditions package, of course. But to me, this car should be at 120, maybe even 100, with 35,000 miles. But again, question is what kind of 35,000 miles this car did. So if it was a Grandma, pretty much the car will be looking new, but you'll feel it. So it's a nice SUV, heavy, bulky, more like for people who wants to stand out in a crowd and not be like everybody. So that's a good choice, but we will try something else very soon, and I'll update you. Bye.